Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. The series where we make things difficult for ourselves by putting everything up to the highest difficulty setting and then adding in additional rules as well. Tonight it's round 12. We're heading to the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix. So then here we are then, all prepped and ready. It is the day of the Grand Prix. A little bit of housekeeping to get done before we can go straight into the Grand Prix itself. Let's start off by double checking our car builds first of all. I can't remember, but I might have a spare part that needs to go on a car. Let me check. Both running the same chassis, same front wing, of which I only have the one spare, so hopefully no broken wings in this Grand Prix. Both running the same side pod as well, underfloor, and we do have a spare suspension now as well. Good stuff. Let's have a look at what is currently going through the works. Let's see, 3 days we'll finish off the final side pod, and then we can start making some spare front wings again. Underfloor 6 days, 5 days for the last suspension. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape part wise. And then development wise, we've got a brand new rear wing that we're working on. 28 days to go for that. Hopefully we can get it in time for Zandvoort. But if not, we'll definitely have it in time for Monza. We should have it in time for Zandvoort, I think. We've still got Spa to go before the 3-week break. And then we've got these projects going here as well, these research projects, and we will be focusing very heavily on research going forward. Nice bit of cash in the bank. Let's have a quick look. We're 60 days away still from getting our level 3 factory. That'll give us an extra slot for making parts, and will also speed up part manufacturing as well. As you can see, it's currently pretty low. It's down to just 5%. This will give it a nice boost back up to its original level, and then beyond a bit more as well, from 8% to 12%. So that'll be nice. Design center isn't looking too bad. Wind tunnel still not quite there. It's about to break. We've almost got enough to go ahead and actually drop an upgrade on that, although I'm wondering if it might be better to just drop the upgrade on this instead, on the design center. Everything else is okay there. We're good in terms of our staff and race sim facilities. Do need to keep an eye on the boardroom. That's going to go pretty soon, and we need to keep that tip top. And everything else here is pretty okay as well. So let's take a quick look at where our car sits on the grid. Should be the same performance for both cars. Let's just double check. Yes, it is. Good. So looking at the average, 15th in speed, 10th in acceleration, 9th in DRS. Pretty average in the cornering as well, pretty mid-pack. The dirty air tolerance, as we know, is the worst on the grid, but I can't really do a huge amount about that this season, unfortunately. Not with such big changes coming at the end of the year. We really do need to focus on picking everything else up where we can in terms of research for next year. Let's see as well, we've got a wet race or rain for part of the race, if not the whole race, due as well. Another lap record from Liam Lawson. Let's see if we can beat that. Did we have Lawson at the last one as well? Let's have a look. Perez broke the record. You can see. We do have the lap record at Montreal for this season, actually, and Perez got Austria this season, Silverstone last season. So, have we got any more from our boys from last year? Yeah, look, we've got the lap record from last season at Japan with Oscar, Qatar with Lawson, Oscar at Kota. This is very much the point where we were sacrificing our drivers to try and make sure we got the fastest lap for the extra cash. But yeah, let's get some targets set for tonight. How you doing, Killer King? And how you doing, John? Good to see you guys. Hello to everyone else who's lurking in the background as well. Do I think we can get both cars into Q3? No, I don't. We will get both into Q2, and let's go two in the top 13 tonight. Finish position 1 in the top 8. Hopefully we can get them both in the top 10. That would be nice. We might have a shot at the fastest lap if we can time it right, so we'll take that gamble. Let's see, new quali streak, 1 in the top 10 for 2 races. Hopefully we can get that done, and we just need 2 more races to finish this streak off, which is quite a conservative one in terms of the position, but it's getting both cars in the top 14, and we have had issues in the past with getting both cars home. So yeah, let's hope we can keep that going and get a nice little extra bit of cash. And with that, I think we are ready to head to Hungary.
Welcome to the beautiful Three Springs Valley, here in Hungary. We've arrived at the Hungaroring, located just outside Budapest. It's one of the shortest laps on the F1 calendar. Drivers are forced close together on this track, jostling for position and defending their space to the end. What on paper could be a low-speed circuit is turned flat out by modern Formula One cars. The Hungaroring's short lap means track position is essential in qualifying, and drivers will need to be careful of track limits throughout the race.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. And at the season halfway point, time is starting to run out for teams to push ahead.
Let's get on with the weekend.
Having a good season up to now. 4th is a real possibility. Yes, John, it is. We are sitting quite nicely at the moment in the constructors. We've got a nice, healthy little lead over 5th place. I do think it'll get tighter as the season goes on, but I'm hopeful we can hang on and claim 4th place. That would be a huge step forward for us. This is an ATA weekend. It's the second of the 3. The final ATA will be at Monza, and obviously the first one was back at Imola earlier in the season. So let's get these cars prepped. Might stick with these engines again tonight. I'd like to try and save the new engines until Spa if possible, but depending on how we do in qualifying, I may have to, bump those in a race earlier than planned. And we'll stick with that gearbox. Oscar's car, same again. Swap out the powertrain parts. And again, we'll stick with that gearbox. Let's see. Hungary is 20 laps for a P1 run. There we go. And let's put a setup on Oscar. Let's go with a 10 on the front, a 15.5 on the rear, a 3.7, a 2.9, and a 0.2. There we go. And for Mick, let's see, which one do I want to go with for Mick? Let's go with a 15 on the rear for Mick. Let's go 9, 15, 1, 9, 3.4 and a 1. There we go. See if either of these setups is good enough to get it first time out.
How's the radio on track?
Copy for radio check.
Yeah, radio check loud and clear. Watch those curbs.
There we go.
Copy.
So earlier today I finally knocked out the platinum for Alien Isolation. That was a long time coming, that platinum. I did the live stream, 3 years ago now, where I did my playthrough on the game. Maybe nearly 4 years. About 3.5 years ago, I think it was. And really enjoyed that game, you know, and then after I finished that live stream run, I then did my hard run, and then after that I did the don't kill anyone run, because I thought I'd done that. I think I might have done that on my second one actually, I'm not sure. And then I started this Halloween just gone, finally got around to starting my do not die run. And we had some issues on the day trying to stream. It kept hanging, and we stopped probably about a third of the way through the game. And then I never really picked it back up again after that. And finally, a few days ago, a couple of days ago, I started picking it up again. I think, was it yesterday or it might have been the day before I started playing it again. And yeah, just worked my way through it, and then today got down to the final bits and knocked the platinum out about 6 hours ago, something like that. So yeah, had a lot of fun playing that game. Probably won't play it again now for a good couple of years, but it's definitely a game I am going to go back to again at some point. It is such a great game. If anyone who's yet to play Alien Isolation and is a fan of the Alien universe, what are you waiting for? It's a masterpiece of a game. It is so much of a love letter to the original Alien movie, with the atmosphere and the way the game plays and the visuals and the lore and the way they interweave it into kind of an Alien 1.5 movie in some respects. It is such a fantastic game, and I can't recommend it enough. You know, it's such a compelling game that really stands up now, even now, nearly 10 years after the game came out. It still holds up in terms of the way it looks, the way it plays, everything about it. It still feels a fantastic game to play. So yeah, if you haven't played it yet, do so. It's really, really good. How you doing, Victor? Good to see you. And that makes 4 platinums in 2024 so far, which is double the number I got in the entire of last year. I only got 2 last year. Bit of a slow year. But yeah, off to a bit of a punchy start this year. Robocop isn't far away from being platinumed either, but I'm waiting for the New Game Plus patch to drop before I go back to that. And I will be starting God of War very soon, now that I've got Isolation done.
Copy that.
I might play the first one again. I haven't played it on the PS5 yet. I've only played it, back on the Pro, on the PS4 Pro. I might play, the other one first again before I go into Ragnarok. I'm not sure yet. Just to refresh myself on the story and everything. 83% for Mick isn't too bad, but we nailed it for Oscar. Got the right setup there. That's excellent news. So now we just need to make a couple of changes to Mick. And hopefully we'll have him nailed by the end of this session as well. Alright, so the rear wing isn't right. Now, I've got one setup in the book that's a 15.5, which is the one we put on Oscar, and then I've got one in the book that's a 14.5, and all the rest of them are 15s on the rear wing. So, I don't know which way that's going to go. Given that that's a 1.9, I'm going to try the 14.5 setup, which is 9, 14.5, 1.9, 3.25, and a 1. Let's have a look at that. That actually looks pretty close. So we'll give that one a try. And we just need to refuel Oscar and he can go straight back out again. As always, if you are new to this series or just want a refresher on the additional rules that we put in to make the challenge even trickier, they are in the video description down below, so feel free to check those out at your leisure. We may have to revise them and make them a little bit trickier for next season if we can actually pull off
Okay, understood. We're looking.
4th place this year. I'm actually feeling pretty confident about where we are as a team in general. We've assembled, a really strong backroom staff. There's still room for improvement in some areas, but we've got a pretty solid, head of technical, pretty solid head of aero, pretty solid sporting director. Our engineers are exactly the ones that I want. We may need to think a little bit more long term in terms of replacing Piastri's engineer. I don't know how much longer he's going to stay in Formula 1 before he retires. He's in his 50s now. But Mick's engineer, Josh Peckett's going to be around for a long time to come. He's still in his 30s. And our driver lineup is becoming pretty strong as well. Oscar is really maturing into an excellent driver, and Mick is a pretty solid backup to him. They're very, very close in pace. Mick actually started the year slightly quicker than Oscar, but Oscar's really kicked on this year and is now a couple of tenths quicker than Mick. But they are pretty well balanced as a pairing. And it would be nice to make Mick a world champion once we've got Oscar as a champion as well. Car part knowledge is almost at 100%. That will
how's the balance so far?
Definitely happen tonight, so we'll be able to maximise our driver's confidence going into today's Grand Prix. A bit of a wobble for Ocon.
Now we're watching Esteban Ocon here. Oh no! Wide they go!
Just,
but all being well and fingers crossed.
Cutting the inside of the corner a little bit there after running wide. And let's see. And we've nailed Mick. Excellent. Beautiful stuff. So, they just need to get their car part knowledge up to 100, which will happen in the next session, if not in this one. And then max out their track knowledge. That's it. Very comfortable practice so far. Once again, Ferrari showing a bit of pace tonight. Again, we can't read too much into practice times, but be interesting to see if they do carry that form across. Right, run for Q2 or P2, sorry, is going to be 30 laps. There we go.
Should be green now.
Then I can put the notebook away because both of those setups are in the book. Do a little bit of spying in terms of powertrains on the competition. Ooh, brand new engine and gearbox for George Russell this weekend, so he is going to be quick. A little bit worn for Perez there. Sonoda's a bit worn out. Norris has got a new gearbox, but it's a bit worn out. Oscar running wide.
Here we are then at the 11th corner. And that's where they slightly run off the track. Fighting with the car, just a little perhaps.
Yeah, not ideal, but not the end of the world. How do I like the McLaren livery? It's alright. It's better than it was last season. Oh God, last season with all those garish sponsorship deals and everything that they had slapped all over the car, it looked a mess. It looks a lot cleaner this year. Let's see. So this is where we got, wasn't it? Norris is a little bit warm with the brand new gearbox. Max is running a worn engine. Charles Leclerc very similar. Sainz still running that old engine. He's not going to be amazingly quick tonight. Hamilton running newish parts. Ocon looking very worn out. Gasly with a worn out gearbox. Albon average. Joe's looking like he's going to be very slow this weekend. Magnussen, new gearbox this weekend, older engine. Porsche yet to go out, actually. Speed time up. So, one engine for Porsche. Bottas looking okay. The gearbox is going to be an issue during the race. Giovinazzi is running a new gearbox. Stroll could be quite pacey. Newish engine, newish ERS. Alonso, I don't know what's going to go on with Alonso. We saw him really slow in qualifying, eliminated in Q1 at Silverstone. Actually qualified last at Silverstone. But he did have a good race, but I mean his ERS has definitely seen better days. His engine's still very, very fresh though. Could be interesting to see how well, if he has to, fight his way up if he has another poor qualifying. I think we can probably get away with running these engines again tonight. I don't think we're going to need to make a change. Our 60%-ish engines. Don't think we need to go with the new ones. We can save those for Spa. Alright, there we go. 75% track knowledge. We can get that last 25% on FP3 with the soft tyres. I wonder how much rain we're going to get during the race. I don't think it's going to be much. I know it's not going to go full wet, so I don't think it's going to be into inters, but it might only be for a short period. It might be dry, then wet, then dry again. It might start wet, it might finish wet. We don't know yet. All we know is there's going to be some rain for the race. That will, of course, neutralise the DRS, which is one of our better weapons. That will make things a little trickier for us when it comes to trying to make any overtakes, because we don't have amazing acceleration. It's not horrible, but it's not amazing, and we certainly don't have particularly good top speed. 15th on the grid for that, so I don't know what would suit us more, dries or wets. Because while it will certainly hurt us not having our DRS, it will hopefully neutralise the pace of some of the other cars a little bit as well. Alright then, final practice. Slap on a set of softs maybe. That's reserved for qualifying. No, I'm going to... Let's slap on another set of mediums, I think. And we'll go 24 laps of fuel. That should be enough. Evening horrific.
Green light, green light. Okay, so let's cool the car now. Copy.
Yeah, the three liveries that McLaren ran last year? Because they ran their standard livery, they ran the chrome livery at Silverstone, and they ran the stealth livery for the end part of the season. I think the chrome livery was my favourite of the three. How you doing, Mr. Water? A little wobble for Snowder there. I do wish we would have the option to change up liveries a little bit. You know, take some of the special liveries that have been run. McLaren ran 3 or 4 different liveries last year.
Virtual safety car. Delta positive.
Ferrari ran, I think,
Copy.
3 different liveries.
Car. That might be debris.
Is he okay?
Red Bull had
All
a couple.
okay, all okay.
Williams had a couple. Yeah, it'd be nice to see some of those additional, you know, special liveries make their way into the game so that, you know, we can vary up the look of the cars slightly season by season. But I mean, let's face it, they haven't even sorted out the helmet issue yet, so it's
Yes,
unlikely
ending.
that they're going to sort out liveries. There we go. Just missed Mick. Mick's going to do another lap. Never mind. Our drivers are done. A nice, hassle-free practice. I wonder if I should maybe do a little bit of work on mixed control rating. I think we changed his stats. I changed his training after the last Grand Prix. So yeah, we'll see in a couple of races. If he's still making mistakes in a couple of races, we'll probably switch him onto control just for the end of the season. That is practice just about done. There we go. Porsche obviously with a bit of an issue, retiring from the session. Has anyone got any penalties going into the race? No, they do not. But we may potentially see a change of parts for Matteo. There we go, both our drivers into very high confidence at the start. And let's get ready for qualifying.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
This weekend, we're running on alternative tyre allocation rules, meaning teams will be constrained by the tyre compounds they can use for each period of qualifying.
If we could just talk about Mick Schumacher for a second. Given his recent form, how's he going to be going into this session?
It's interesting because they weren't that fast in practice. I'm not sure if this was a lack of pace or just the team trying different things, but I imagine we'll see their true performance soon enough.
Let the competition commence.
Okay then, Because it's 88, we've got to do hards in Q1, then mediums Q2, and softs if we make it to Q3. So we're going to go with these engines, the 62% here. That ERS there is fine. And I'm going to change the gearbox. 43% is a little bit too close for comfort. Same with Oscar as well. There we go. Right. Let's send them out.
Focus on preparing for the start of the lap.
Copy.
Comes Ocon. We know his car is a bag of bolts this weekend. Alonso makes his way out. Let's keep an eye on Alonso because, as I say, really bad qualifying at Silverstone. I'm assuming he hit traffic because he was very quick in the Grand Prix itself. Big fight back from him.
Clear track ahead. We're good to push next lap.
During the race, I'm assuming he'll qualify better today. His ERS is definitely feeling the strain though. Magnussen and Albon now making their way out. Want to keep an eye on Porsche as well. When he's done a lap, we're going to have a look and see if he's swapped out some of those dodgy parts following that retirement in FP3. Mick has the edge in the first sector. And in the middle as well. Mick has got the higher braking stat, and that's probably a bit more important in this circuit here. A lot of heavy braking zones.
Just follow the delta.
Normally lap procedures, please. Coming in the pit entry.
Copy.
Yeah, 2/10 quicker.
So delta negative. Run switch cool and box.
So we're on very, very high confidence there for Oscar. Peak confidence for Mick. Very nice indeed. Where's Alonso? There he is. I know what I forgot to do last night, and that was actually have a look at our scout report on Alonso, see what his stats look like. See where he ranks now in the drivers as well. And he is very slow. Again, he must be degrading. He's had a bad run of results so far this year, and that will probably accelerate that decline as well.
Good entry.
Pit limiter on.
Are we seeing the end of Alonso?
Stop on the marks and switch
I
off
wonder
when
how
you
long
get
he's got left on his contract.
Oscar pit lane.
I think he re-upped at the end of last season, but I don't know how long for. So this might be his final year. He's still got it in the race, he's just not getting it done in qualifying at the moment. Right, Russell is coming through, we're moving out of the way,
Yep.
and then we're moving back in the way. So we just hurts Russell a little bit there in turn one.
So let's just concentrate on those tyres and brakes.
Copy.
He's definitely a contender for pole position tonight, given that new engine of his. Albon dives into the inside of the track there, moving out of the way on his in lap. One corner to go for George.
So track is clear.
And yeah, I think he would have had pole if he hadn't been held up by us there. Right, Oscar is right up on the back of Perez here.
Let's go for it.
This could be a huge first sector for us, and then it might fall apart through the middle sector. There we go, purple in first. And this is where the dirty air is going to start to become an issue through these corners. You see Perez pulling away from us quite quickly now. Russell pulling out of the way. No improvement for Oscar in the middle. Mick hasn't improved at all so far. And I don't think Oscar improved at all on that lap. He didn't. He was 4/10 slower. Wow, he lost 3 tenths near, no, two and a bit tenths, 2.3 tenths in the middle sector, and then 3.3 tenths in the final sector. So the dirty air did not help him there at all. But we did get him into peak confidence with that personal best in the first, and then doing another flying lap. Mick still very comfortably in peak confidence. We'll send him out for one more run. But one thing I've found in the ATA qualifyings is that usually your best lap is the first lap, and then you just don't really see much, if any, improvement after the first lap or two. The tyres just don't seem to have the pace in them once you've done that first run or two. Couple more times set there. Norris has gone just above Oscar. Leclerc slotted in second. Yuki has set an identical time, but because we set it first, we are ahead of him. Still waiting for the McLarens to set times. Sainz on a lap right now.
Let's stop on the marks.
Hamilton
Wait for
just
2
starting
seconds,
his
then go to P1,
flying
please.
lap. Let's try a 2-lap run to see if maybe we can get an improvement in doing a 2-lap run. Put a bit of space between our drivers. So
So work on fronts and brakes.
here comes Sainz,
Copy.
finishing his lap off. He is running a very beat-up powertrain as well. And it's only good enough for 12. So we've definitely still got an edge over Mercedes at the moment. Hamilton hasn't been qualifying well this year either. I think he's on his decline as well now. Evening, Anthony. This could be Hamilton's final season as well. Let's see who posted the times at Porsche. Porsche is looking pretty decent now. Let's take a quick look
You can go.
at that powertrain of his now. Oh wow, look at that engine. So the engine definitely took a whack from that shunt. His gearbox is okay. His ERS might start playing up towards the end of the Grand Prix though. Hamilton comes across the line and is only 14th. So yeah, it's not good at the moment for Mercedes. Here comes Zhou. Across the line in 14th. Stroll has just set a time as well. He's up in 7th. Oscar has not improved in the first. What about Mick? Gets past Hamilton there without any issue. No improvement from Mick. Oscar, again, no improvement in the middle sector. I don't know if we're actually going to see any improvement at all on this set of tyres now. So, cool down lap. We need to get out in front of that Ferrari. No, that didn't work. Last time we were tucked up behind a Ferrari, it ruined sectors 2 and 3 for us. Schumacher is okay where he is. He's got a bit of space behind Tsunoda. Oscar, though, is going to have some issues, so I'm going to take manual control. Get him past that Ferrari. Into some clear air.
No saving required.
Copy.
Just try and bleed out a little bit of extra fuel.
We can push more.
Yeah.
Use energy.
Copy.
All right then.
concerned about. And then let's push next lap.
I think we'll be safe with Oscar, but it would be nice just to make sure if we could get a little bit of an improvement, just find a 10th. I'd be happy with just a 10th. But no improvement in the first. Might have had a little trouble with the Red Bull, I'm not sure. He's not improved in the first either. A little bit of an improvement in the middle sector. Is it going to be enough of an improvement to make the lap overall a bit quicker? No improvement for Mick again. Oscar up to the line, and he finds a few thousand, but not much else.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Make sure he gets back to the garage. If he retires because he runs out of fuel, that means he's out of qualifying entirely.
P5 at the moment. Brilliant lap, good job.
Check, what is the fuel burn?
Let's finish this lap and then we'll box,
He
please.
is at
Finish this
1.4
lap
per
and then
lap.
box.
Copy.
Uh, 1.5 per lap. There you see the slightest little bit of improvement. He gained 48 thousandths. Alright, Oscar is back into the pits. That's good. So, let's have a look. Sights on a new flying lap. I think he's just starting one. Yes, he is. Hamilton on a flying lap. He is at risk of being eliminated. Where is Alonso? He's still in the drop zone. Is this him starting or finishing the lap? I'm not sure. Starting a lap. Right, here comes Hamilton. Has he done enough to get out of the drop zone? You can see he's just 5 thousandths behind his teammate. And Hamilton shoots all the way up to 5th. Wow, big improvement there. All right, let's have a look at Sainz. Sainz does not improve, so Sainz is out with Bottas. Here comes Alonso. Giovinazzi improves up to 16th. Will it be bottom of the pile for Alonso for 2 races in a row? It may well be, because he has not improved. That looks a slow lap. Or slow, yeah. Ocon's on an in-lap, so he's going to finish in 20th. Oh, Alonso eliminated in Q1 for the 2nd race in a row. And again, we'll start on the back row of the grid. And then Bottas, Sainz and Giovinazzi are the other cars eliminated. Joe just squeaking through. Hamilton pulled out a big lap when he needed to at the end there, jump himself up to 5th. And let's see what we can do with a set of medium tyres, because I think we just found no real improvement in pace at all on those hards. Just the one set available.
Start to work on the front tyres and brakes this lap.
Okay. Concentrate on the tyre warm-up as best we can.
Copy.
And Tsunoda coming out nice and early as well.
So gap ahead is good. You should be clear to push.
And track clear, track clear.
All right. Looking good for Oscar. He's got a perfect, clean lap, of traffic in front of him here. Mick should be good as well. Hamilton and Perez both start to trundle out of their garages. Will be long gone by the time they get to the end of the pit lane. So no traffic concerns at all on this first lap. That's excellent. Will Mick be slightly quicker again? No, Oscar has the edge this time. This time Mick has the advantage in the middle sector. Yuki has taken purple in the first sector.
Delta.
So 1:13.9 effectively for Oscar. Mick is just 31 thousandths slower.
Let's cool down and box, please.
Here comes Tsunoda, our former driver. And he goes 4/10 quicker than us. That's a big gulf. Perez making his way up to the back of Yuki as well. Oh, he's getting held. Just a little bit. That will hurt him just a little bit.
Oscar pit lane.
Pit entry.
limiter on. Stop on the marks, wait 2 seconds and switch off.
And Hamilton goes quickest by 1,000th of a second. Also starting his flying lap.
Let's get those brake tanks warmed up.
Copy.
So start to work on the front brake tank.
Copy.
Let's see, I'm trying to find who's about to do a lap. I think Leclerc's about to set a time. No, he's just starting a lap. What about Albon? Albon goes P6. He's a long way off Perez. Here comes Gasly up to the line. That's starting a lap. I think Sainz starting a lap as well. Here comes Russell. This is to set a time. And that's quick. Yeah, I think he's odds-on favourite for pole position today, George Russell.
Good space at the moment. Okay, let's go.
So
Here comes Charles Leclerc. How much pace has he got in that Red Bull?
You're good. Push now.
It's good enough for P6, but it's only just faster than Oscar. Got a Haas in front. Stays out of the way of Mick. And Oscar. Excellent stuff. I believe it's Norris who's actually on a flyer in front of us. Improvements for both drivers in the first. And the second. Right, Mick rounding the final turn now. The line. Mick goes up to 5th. Oscar goes up to 3rd. Big jump in performance.
Nice lap. We will box at the end of this lap, please. Box at the end of this lap.
Oscar's safe. I don't know about Schumacher. I would have to assume he's going to be safe with that time, but we're going to send them both out again. And we'll do that at the end of the session. So, Max is on a lap right now. He's the only one yet to set a time. Hamilton just about to start another flying lap. As is, I think, Perez. Yes, Perez.
Pit limiter on. Stop on the box, wait for 2 seconds and switch off.
Right, across the line. And Max goes second. Oh, he's close as well to Russell. Norris is close as well. Maybe it's not looking quite so bolted on for George. I do think he's got more pace in the car than that, though. I think he can go even quicker. Anthony asks, what was the biggest upgrade which made the most significant jump in my performance? I can't answer that, really, because we slapped 4 parts on in one go when we went to Baku. And the car's been strong ever since. It's been dipping on paper slightly. We're still qualifying well, but we're just starting to slip in terms of race pace a little bit. But yeah, we slapped, say, 4 different parts on for Baku, and the parts we've added since then haven't really brought anything significant. So just little incremental gains. So I couldn't say which one specific part has made the biggest difference. But we have got a pretty nice rear wing in development right now, which will hopefully be the last upgrade that we need to make this year. Would I say it's mostly underfloor again? No, not really. There is no killer part this year. I mean, having a really good rear wing helps, because you can eliminate a lot of drag off the rear wing. You can get a really good DRS, which helps significantly, especially in tracks like Baku, or Canada, Australia, where there's lots of DRS. You want to have as good a DRS as possible, so a good rear wing certainly helps in tracks where there are multiple DRS zones, or just very long DRS zones. But there is no one killer part that just wipes the floor with everything else this year. It's a bit more balanced, and it's more a case of figuring out where your car is weak and working on that particular area is what's going to get you the most gains. Downforce is definitely important, and the underfloor will generate quite a lot of downforce. But I wouldn't say it's the killer app this year. Not like last time. Alright, Perez has gone quick as well. It's actually looking like it's going to be a 4-way fight for pole. I was not expecting that at all. So Gasly just starting his flying lap. There goes Charles Leclerc, and Perez going out as well. We send out Schumacher. Max is on his way out now. And so is Hamilton. And Norris going out for another run. And then we'll get Oscar out on track as well. And that'll be ahead of Russell. Yeah, Season 1 McLaren is rough. But if you work your parts well, then you can get that pace up pretty well by the end of the season. Mick is definitely at risk. Oscar, I think, will be safe. But it'd be nice to get a little bit of an improvement out of Mick here, because a 10th drops him down to 11th.
You've got a good gap ahead. Go one, get going.
and I'm expecting Hamilton and Tsunoda to improve. I don't know if Porsche will improve, but I definitely expect to see an improvement out of Hamilton and Tsunoda. Mick is up in the first sector. It's a good start. Improvement in the middle though. No improvement at all for Oscar so far. Need a strong final sector here, Nick. Porsche will not improve. He will stay 9th. Mick is down to 8th. Zhou and Stroll ahead of him now. That's an improvement for Leclerc. He's up to 2nd. Mick now in 9th. Tsunoda has not improved. What about Hamilton? Hamilton goes up to 9th. It's down to Albon. Will Albon knock us out? I don't think he will. His car is not in amazing shape. Albon does not improve. So we are through with both cars just into Q3. Alright then, we have 3 sets of softs, plus 1 set that will be... that has been returned. So we've only got these 3 sets for the entire Grand Prix. It is going to be wet, so I don't know if we'll need both sets, other sets of softs, but I'm going to go on the assumption that we will need 2 sets of softs. Oh, yeah, it'd be nice to have 2 sets anyway. I don't know, maybe I'd do 1 lap on each set. Yeah, on 2 sets, 1 lap. Just take a little bit of life out of them, rather than just focusing heavily on 1. I don't know. We're going to do 1 flying lap on the first run, and then I might do a 2-lap run on the second set. And then we'll have 1 brand new set, 1 slightly used set, and 1 slightly more used set.
Green light. Okay, so let's concentrate on some tyre prep.
Again, we're
now.
first onto the track, which means we will get peak confidence out of our drivers here, or at least one of them anyway. Hopefully
Really
both.
start to focus on your brakes and front tyres.
Hamilton coming out early as well. Evening, Daniel. I can understand the consideration of getting rid of Piastri, Anthony. If you give him time, he will become an excellent long-term prospect, because he's still young. He's still got a very good development rate. If you get your race sim all the way up really quickly, Norris will become a monster within a season or 2. He's already really good. And then, you know, long term, Piastri can become a bit of a monster. So it depends if you want to trade his development for short-term success. And then it's a question of, have you got the finances to bring in someone at the level similar to Norris? Because whatever contract they're on at the moment, it'll cost you the buyout if they're still going to have, you know, more years to run, and they're going to want a lot more money than they're already on. If he keeps crashing, work on his control, work on your car brakes. Am I looking forward to seeing the new F1 cars? Oh yeah, I always look for the little week or so period in February where we start to see all the new cars. Albon might have held Schumacher up a little bit there, not sure. I don't think Oscar's going to catch him in time. Oscar's definitely going to go top here over Mick. But that's Mick straight into peak confidence. Excellent stuff. A 1:13.2, and Oscar's going to go even quicker.
Copy.
So 1:12.9, 2.5 tenths quicker. Very good stuff.
So cool.
Am I looking forward to the new season? Yes, I am. Because it's a season filled with hope that there will be a challenge to Red Bull. You know, a consistent challenge to Red Bull rather than just different teams, you know, mounting a challenge at different points of the season and then falling away like last year. You know, Aston started strong and fell away. Mercedes came good and challenged in a couple of positions. Good enough to get second. They weren't quite quick enough overall. And obviously McLaren came good and mounted a real challenge as well. Racked up quite a few podiums. If Red Bull have the best car, Max will walk it. Yeah, but I'm hopeful that it will be closer this year. Like I said, I don't mind if Max wins the title as long as he has to earn it. You know, he didn't have to earn it at all last year.
Stopping in front of the garage.
Nathan Kaiser, can I do full laps on helmet cam? Yeah, I like to mix it up. So you'll see some helmet cam. Slow times for Hamilton and Zhou. We're actually faster than Perez right now, which is unexpected. How much did we use up? We used 10%. I'm just going to do one more run at the end of the end of the session, I think, or towards the end of the session. Do I see anyone getting close to Red Bull? If McLaren can keep going the way they were progressing last season, then they can certainly mount more of a challenge. Hopefully Ferrari are on the right track. They seem to be steadily improving their management structure under Freddie Vasseur. Mercedes are confident about the direction they're taking with their new car. We won't really know anything until winter testing, which is towards the end of February, as to kind of the shape that the cars are in, and you can't really tell too much. You can get some basic understanding, you know, from how the drivers are reacting in interviews and, you know, how the car is looking on track, but you never know fuel loads or engine modes or anything like that. It's always a bit of second guessing when it comes to pre-season testing times. You can't really read too much into them. Some teams will deliberately sandbag as well. So we won't know the definite until we rock up to Bahrain for the season opener. But I think we're about 6 weeks away from pre-season testing.
So start to work on your front tyres and brake temps.
Copy.
Evening F1 clips.
Again, let's concentrate on those tyres and brakes.
Copy.
What do I think the W15 will look like? Do I think it will be the same? What, the same as the W14? Oh God, no. No, they've, you know, they will have side pods. The monocoque position will be further back compared to the season that's just finished. You know, the car will look different.
Clear ahead. Go.
Right, so hopefully we're going to get a nice clean run here. There's no traffic to worry about for Oscar. This is why I sent them out when I did, so that we would be able to start the flying laps before the traffic became an issue. Oscar's still just in peak confidence, and Mick is going to avoid traffic as well. He's also just in peak confidence, so let's see if we can find a bit of extra time. Russell top from Norris at the moment, then we're in third, which I did not expect. I don't think we'll stay there. No improvement in the first for Oscar. Or Mick. No improvement in the middle as well. So I don't think Oscar's going to find enough in the final sector, because it's a very short final sector, to improve his lap time. Hopefully Mick can find a little bit of extra time. It's not looking good. Oscar across the line does not improve. Yeah, he was half a tenth slower. And Mick was nearly 4/10 slower.
7. Okay, good lap time. Last lap. We
What about colour for the W15? They'll probably stay black.
Copy.
I would imagine. It's a whole new concept of car this year, so weight might be an issue, so they'll probably stay black. And then if they've nailed the concept this time around, they may go back to silver next year. But I would imagine they'll be black this season. Alright, so our work is done. Nothing more to do for us. Joe is on a flying lap right now.
Let's go pit lane. Cut entry. Pit limiter on. We'll have guys waiting for you.
And Joe goes up to 8, so Mick is secured for 8th place, sorry, 9th place at minimum. I'm pretty sure we'll out-qualify Hamilton. It's a question of where Max finishes. So far, the first of the cars to cross the line on their final runs that's now on track will be Stroll. Which of the Ferraris is that behind him? It's Russell. Perez is not on track, so He currently holds pole position, but that could get taken away from him. Norris is on track right now. George Russell's on track. There is George. Stroll jumps above Piastri, so we're down to 5th. Russell has taken pole. Can he hold it? Both the Red Bulls are on flying laps, and so is Norris. We know Norris is quick, and Piastri's getting a Leclerc's getting a massive slipstream here. He's all over the back of him. Norris does not improve, but Leclerc gets the benefit of the tow and goes 0.2 clear. Max improves his time, but stays in 7th. So Oscar will start in 6th, Mick will start in 8th. And it's Charles Leclerc who has taken pole position.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
The heart may be in Budapest, but the racing soul is right here. Decades of F1 history saturate every turn of the Hungaroring, including the 1989 Grand Prix, where Nigel Mansell bullied his way from a P12 start to an ultimate victory.
There he is, Lando Norris. But what do you think he's feeling ahead of this race, Karun?
I think they've got a good opportunity here to show their team just what they can do. They'll be pushing the car as much as they can at a circuit like this and hoping for a good result.
I wonder then what the Hungarian Grand Prix has in store for us on this occasion.
All right, we have a bit of weather to deal with. Let's see how much. It's about half the Grand Prix by the look of it. So, soft, and then inters is probably the way to go. I think we might be looking at that. Not sure how much rain that's actually going to be. It's going to take a long time for the grip to go away. Well, the grip's not going to go away. The rubber's going to eventually go away. It might be soft, medium with no need for inters. Let's delete that. And let's delete that. And let's change that one to all hards. Okay, so now let's look at throwing in some mediums on the middle stint. It's a second quicker. That would give us a bit more flexibility. We'll go with that, I think. Softs to mediums. Alright. We're going to go with 2 extra laps of fuel. We are ready to go.
There's a fantastic atmosphere at the Hungaroring as we prepare for 70 laps of the Hungarian Grand Prix. This could be an important race today for Lance Stroll.
Yeah, it's a P5 start, The podium's in sight, but there's a lot standing in their way.
Right, let's get to it then. This is it, the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Let's see if we can get past them.
Max is trying to go through against Oscar. Still side by side. We've got a yellow flag behind us.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead.
Tsunoda has had a wobble.
Now is that Yuki Tsunoda? Right, we're taking
This has opened up a big
corner.
gap
Dangerously
already.
close to each other. And the
Oh
contact
yeah, he
between
just
the
came
cars,
together with the
inevitable.
Alpine and then
And they'll have to pick themselves
rebounded
up after
into the
that.
Williams there. Might see a penalty here for Tsunoda, and it's created a big split in the field already. 4 seconds look between Gasly and Magnussen now. And here comes Hamilton. Hamilton trying to punch his way through. Tsunoda does get a 5-second penalty.
Come on.
And we are struggling in this dirty air, as I feared we might do. Am I going to get F1 Manager 2024 and what team will I be? I'm going to get it if they make it. It's not even been announced that, you know, it's in development. There's a lot of speculation on Reddit that there won't be another one
Keep going.
based on the financial reports from Frontier. Oh, collision with Hamilton there.
What the f was that, honestly? Seriously?
We've got damage. Hamilton might be out.
I don't know what just happened.
No, he's still going.
Is everything okay?
Understood, we're looking.
I'll come back to the pit options in a
Let's
minute.
take a look
This is
at
a
the replay.
big hit.
Now we're with Lewis Hamilton here. Cutting
Farah
it
would
so
be
close.
absolutely loving that.
Oh, that's quite an impact.
That's
between
damage
them.
to,
I wouldn't
the
be surprised if
the
there
rear
were a
of
few
Hamilton's
words
car there.
exchanged when they get back to the paddock.
Right, let's pause for a second. Let's take a quick look. So Hamilton's got some front wing damage by the look of it. Looks like he's missing a chunk of his rear wing as well. Yes, he is. So DRS is not going to work for Hamilton now. There you see the front wing damage. Missing half of his end plate on the left side there. And he may well have suspension damage. We have suspension damage as well as front wing damage. And we have lost some confidence. I'm going to try and tough it out. The tyres have taken a knock as well. So we're probably going to have to switch
Off these tyres.
onto a set of hards instead of mediums for Schumacher
Recharge
now.
on, please recharge on.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah.
DRS enabled. Currently P7. And then up the road, Verstappen. The car behind is Schumacher.
I'm going to try and keep Schumacher going in the race, but that suspension damage may cause an issue. We've got front wing damage that we will replace at the pit stop. There you can see Joe punching his way through.
And if
very vulnerable with Schumacher right now. His confidence is low, his car is wounded. He's going to get picked off if he's not too careful and start plummeting down the order. So we've got to try and get his confidence back up quickly if we can. Oscar lurking on the back of Max, who is out of DRS at the moment, but we aren't very good following around this track.
Recharge on.
Okay, copy.
And already we are about to be dropped, unfortunately. Let's give Oscar a little bit more battery.
Use energy now.
Copy.
I can't do anything for Mick. I'm just going to hope he can defend against Porsche. If he drops behind Porsche, it's going to put his confidence pretty much into low, I think.
Push on the tyres.
Yep.
And Joe's on the attack. He's closed right across the back of Oscar.
No energy, bottom.
Somehow though, we managed to get the battery, the DRS back on Max there. I'm not quite sure how we managed that.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
That's kept us alive for an extra lap. Mick has been passed. His confidence is almost down a medium look. It's not good. Luckily though, it's Giovinazzi behind us. So it's not a quick car. So again, in danger of getting dropped. Just struggling through that middle sector. The air is killing us.
Let these guys go.
Stay on the racing line, I think. Mick is being caught by Giovinazzi. This is the problem with the loss of confidence and the damage on top of that. He's just bleeding speed right now.
So focus on bringing the tyres down.
Copy.
Save his engine. He's still in with a chance of a decent finish, and our confidence with the board, don't forget, dropped to low after the last race. So if I retire him, that's going to really hurt our confidence. So retirement really hits you with the board. So don't want to do that if I can get away with it. Like I said, if we can get that front wing changed to the pit stop, we'll make it an early stop. Let's burn these tyres up a bit quicker.
Okay, push.
We'll get him in early, change that front wing, put him on a set of hard tyres instead of mediums. And then hopefully he can make some progress. Snowden and Albon are a long way off look, and Hamilton is quite a way behind as well. So we'll have cars that we'll be able to try and work our way up to. Hamilton's pretty much out of contention this Grand Prix. So that rear wing damage, probable suspension or chassis damage. And the minor front wing damage. Hamilton's race is over. Albon, his race is pretty much over at the moment. We've not seen the damages to his car yet. His rear wing's intact. he stopped? He might have stopped, I think, after that knock from Hamilton. No, it was the knock from Tsunoda, and Tsunoda had that penalty as well. They will have, well, Yuki will have some pace, but he's so far back. You can see he's already in danger of being lapped. It's a short lap. He's a minute 7 behind the leader, who's doing 1:18s. So he's only 10 seconds away from being lapped. So we stabilised the gap to Giovinazzi, just about keeping him at arm's length. Max has pushed on. Perez is starting to struggle a little bit for pace. And Bottas now makes the move past his teammate. So Bottas will be more of a challenge. He is a quicker driver. If there's a difference in parts, they're going to be in his favour, I would imagine, because he is the number 1 driver. And he's within DRS range. So I'm going to see if I can break that.
Let's keep that gap down.
I don't think I will. Hamilton boxes. This is going to be a long stop. Hard tyres, new front wing. And he's now 40 seconds off the back of Alex Albon. Of Esteban Ocon. 4 seconds ahead of Albon.
No more
Try and work on the battery a little bit.
Back off.
Copy.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, recharge on. Good job. Recharge on.
Copy. Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Vic is closing on Porsche. Bottas still right with us, and we've left Giovinazzi for dead. He's now got Alonso for company. Confidence starting to make its way back up, and we're into the DRS of Porsche as well. So might get an overtake done here. Valtteri lurking.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Okay.
Head down. We'll leave you to it.
Copy.
Should get him up the inside here. Ooh, just about. Alright, there we go. An overtake for Mick. That gets him back into high confidence. Just in time as well, because we are boxing him in the next lap or two.
Let's have a look at that. And it was Mick Schumacher involved.
You see him sneak up the inside at turn 1, and then with the DRS open again, gets the move done.
And they move into 9th.
As much full throttle as you can.
Use energy.
Yep.
We have dropped off the back of Perez again. Let's see if we can start to close up a little bit with Oscar. And we'll do one more lap with Schumacher, and then we're going to box him. Hopefully we can keep Porsche and Bottas behind us here. Porsche looking at a lunge. He's got the move done, unfortunately. Still just in high confidence, and we're keeping Valtteri behind.
Box, box.
Copy for box.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
No energy.
Yep, copy.
Oh, crap. I forgot to change his front wing. Oh, shit. Alright, well, never mind. If I remember, I'll do it at the next stop. .4, that's not bad.
We're all clear on pit exit.
We know we can go quicker than that, but that's respectable.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Now we need Mick to put in some good laps. Oscar is dropping further and further behind. Just about matched Perez on that previous lap. But that's because Perez is now caught up to the back of Max. Stroll is into the pits. What tyres is he going for? Is this hards or mediums for him? Oh, he's on mediums. Wow, if he's on mediums, he's burnt them out already. That means he really pushed those tyres. He's going hard. See, we're about to lap Sonoda here. There we go, through. Let's focus in on this battle here for a second. going to be going around the outside at turn 1. He's got that move done now. He'll have the inside line here. And that moves him a little bit closer to Norris as well, just 1.5 seconds apart. Oscar still looking good in 6th place, 3.5 seconds ahead of Joe. Bottas has boxed and he's got an issue on his pit stop.
It's Valtteri Bottas who's pitting.
He's going for hard tyres.
Ah, they can't loosen the front left.
Disastrous stop for Valtteri then. That helps Schumacher out immensely. Let's see, what did he do last lap? A 1:19.4. So he's got pace on some of the cars in front. Perez can't find a way past Norris yet. And he's dropped Max as well. Max is now 1.5 seconds. Well, he was 1.5 seconds behind. And that's Russell in 2nd place that we just saw in front there. Leclerc coming up to lap Albon and Hamilton. Gasly to the pits. That puts Schumacher back up to 15th place. It's lapping a little bit faster than some of the cars in front, but it would have been even quicker if we'd changed that front wing.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
And here comes Oscar into the pits. Leclerc has boxed from the lead.
Oscar pit lane.
Copy that.
Soft tyres for Leclerc. And Alonso is coming in behind us. That's a good stop, 2.3 seconds. Nice, nice, nice. Medium tyres for Alonso. And he's got a problem with his right rear. Bit of a slow stop there. Oscar out in 13th place. And Mick has jumped Alonso. What's he doing lap-wise now? 1:19.7. So he's faster than Ocon, Magnussen, Giovinazzi, and then slower than everybody else. I wonder if Sainz is going to try and go till the rain comes. Let's get an update on the weather. Still looking somewhere around lap 32, 33 at the earliest. It has come forward a little bit.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Giovinazzi's in. That could be a bit of an issue for Schumacher, who is going through. There's Giovinazzi just exiting the pits there. I'm going to go for the fastest lap with Oscar on the next lap. See if we can get it. Don't think we will, but we'll give it a try. Let's see if I can actually get close enough to get DRS off the back of Ocon.
Copy.
Overtaking is available.
Copy.
I might get it here. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Oh yeah, we've got the DRS. Magnussen's dived into the pits. We've got a yellow flag out there somewhere.
Now we
Lock
can
up to
see
Teo.
what happens. So here we go, heading into turn 1. And there's the lockup. But that's just the risk you take. The later you leave it.
Lovely stuff.
He's got going again. There he is in front of us. We are purple in the first. A couple of the front runners that haven't stopped yet, I think, and they are going to be probably going onto a new set of softs, which means whatever time we set here might not last. That's Norris and Perez into the pits. We are not even a personal best in the middle.
No more energy. Perfect. So take it easy.
Copy.
We did get the fastest lap, a 1:17.0. Oh, almost got out in front of Perez.
We need to focus on the energy now.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
Copy.
Alonso is
Let's
closing
recap.
on Schumacher.
Copy. Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yep.
We can get an overtake on Porsche before he boxes. Nope. And that is Yuki getting lapped. Through goes Alonso.
Fuel.
Copy.
Can we do lift and coast? Copy.
Still looking around lap 37, 38, so not 32 like I thought earlier, which is about on target for what I was expecting. The question is now, is that going to be enough to trigger a need for inters, or is it going to stay just sort of not quite wet enough, not quite dry enough? Schumacher is struggling pace-wise at the moment. You see Sights now tearing up onto the back of him as well. Oscar now 3 seconds behind Perez already. Ocon boxes. We should get out in front of him. Yes, we will. But now we've got cars on soft tyres attacking us, as you can see. Sainz and Giovinazzi both going to have a substantial grip advantage over us here. We just need to hang on if we can. Sainz has got us. DRS if we can.
Alright, let's keep closing up. Great job.
I think we've lost it. Yeah. That's not good. We're going to get gobbled up here. It's a queue of cars coming up behind us. Both Giovinazzi and Magnussen are on softs as well. Bottas is on hards, I think, and Giovinazzi dives at the inside of us. Eek. Not going well for Mick. That damage is really hurting.
Okay, mate, let's stick with it. Long way to go. Just think about the car.
He's getting his stomach there.
Yeah, copy.
Oscar's on for another decent finish again tonight. Max finally boxes. He's gone 23 laps. He wasn't going to stop that hard tyres, so that's not surprising. He's going to be rapid now on those softs. Russell has taken the fastest lap away from us. Magnussen's got through as well. That's killing Schumacher's confidence again.
Come on.
He's just bleeding time. I can't really do much about it. And hope he can hold back Valtteri. Oscar about to lap Lewis after just 24 laps. Farah's missing a fantastic race for him. There we go, lapping achieved. I was going to say next car's another 10 seconds up the road, but it's just dived into the pits, so we will also lap Albon here as well. Bottas gets us, and Albon is out on brand new soft tyres. He's going to get us in a minute as well.
To play. Push up.
Need to change the paradigm.
Copy, box.
to get that front wing swapped, because he's just going to keep getting picked off, and that's just going to keep nibbling his confidence down. Let's get him into some clean air, give him some fresh tyres, get some personal best sectors in with a new front wing, see if we can get the fastest lap back away from Russell. And then maybe we can get a fortuitous timed pit stop when the weather hits to bring him back into play. Maybe we'll get a safety car to close the field up. It's a problem with the tyre, but it doesn't matter so much because we've got a wing change going on as well. So we got away with that.
They should have a clear track on pit exit.
I'm down in 17th place and 5.5 seconds behind Gasly, or 6 seconds behind Gasly.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
Those front runners are just on another level of pace right now compared to us. 119.2 against the 116.5. Might be quicker for us to box Ocon, box Oscar, and just go hell for leather. I don't know. I don't really want to do that because I don't know what's going on with the weather. I'm pretty sure that's going to need inters, but we haven't got enough foresight at the moment to see for sure.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Losing all sorts of time though. We are losing too much time. I'm going to just absolutely hammer these tyres and then just put on a set of softs and hammer the softs until the rain. I think that's our best bet, given how much pace we're losing to the front runners and how quickly we've been caught by the cars behind us as well. We just need to go, gung-ho with Oscar here, I think.
Let's push on up.
Copy.
We need to do what we can to recharge the battery.
Copy.
There we go, a couple of personal bests for Mick there. It's got him back into high confidence. I'm going to do a lap like this without the battery deployment. And then we'll do a lap with battery deployment. So hopefully he'll get a new personal best on this lap, and then we'll go hell for leather on the next lap. Try and go even quicker. Oscar went a second quicker that lap. Yeah, that's the kind of pace that we need. Pulled out a nice bit of time to Zhou again. There's a lot of cars behind us that were just going quicker than us and just eating away into our time, and would have left us in a really vulnerable position. We are kind of taking a gamble by boxing early like this and throwing on another set of softs, but we'll be so quick for a few laps that we should hopefully, undo the time loss And it also gives Oscar an opportunity to get some overtakes in and hit peak confidence just as the weather's changing. Leclerc's in for another stop. So we're not the only one that's going for this this strategy here. It's Leclerc coming in for another set of softs. One, I think this is the time.
Overtake is available.
Copy. Box.
So here we go then with Mick for his personal best. Quite close enough to get the DRS off the back of Gasly.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy. Oscar pit lane.
Yeah, copy that. Caution one on exit. Charge is good.
Copy.
Bring the pack up.
Copy. Recharge on.
Copy.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Rain still coming.
Yep.
No saving required.
Copy.
And energy is available.
Copy.
Just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Do some left of coast.
Copy.
Use energy.
Copy.
Get going.
Yeah, copy. Sweet.
Good job. Brakes picked up.
Copy.
I've just realised I've been muted for a couple of minutes there. Yeah, I was just saying that we were going to deliberately slow behind Giovinazzi for the end of the lap there, just to make sure we got the DRS and kick on for a second flying lap. And just run out of battery at the end of the lap here, but it's looking good for a fastest lap attempt. This is the last opportunity to get it.
Careful on the energy.
Because the rain's going to start to play merry hell with lap times in a moment.
Let's push.
Couple.
Ah, we didn't get it. 1:16.6. What is the fastest lap? How much did we miss it by? By a tenth. We missed it by a tenth. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Need to focus on getting the pack up. Overtake and go, come on.
Lovely stuff.
Doing a good job.
Need to push on hard now. 3 seconds to Bottas, who's right with Sainz and Alonso. And then it's only another 3.5 seconds to Zhou. We've got a yellow flag.
Bottas is locked up.
Copy.
Well, that's one car out
Let's
of the way.
see what happened there. Now we're approaching turn 2. The brakes couldn't cope. They were just unable to do much about
And
it.
there goes Oscar. So he's back in the points. And still has a huge amount of grip on those tyres. It is going to go into territory in about 10 minutes, according to that. Let's slow down the burn on Schumacher's tyres now to make sure that they will last.
Copy.
But we're going to keep pumping the times in with Oscar like this.
After these tyres.
Copy.
Let's give Schumacher some battery. And we are into the DRS of Sainz. We're going to fly past Sainz here. Oscar is flying through the field here.
Big lift off.
Schumacher needs to finish in the top 14 as well to keep that streak alive. If we get him in the top 13, that fulfills tonight's sponsorship requirement as well. The guarantee that I put down.
recharge on, recharge on.
Copy. We need to focus on the energy now.
Try and let...
Lifting close 12.
no, we've got the inside line. Okay, never mind. It's good to try and give Alonso the lead so that we would get the DRS off him. We've just got too much grip. Just too quick through the corner.
Push now. No more DRS.
We are getting very close to the switchover point.
Keep your pace up.
Giovinazzi and Gasly are out on Inters. This might be the lap to box then. Norris is in. I'm going to box Schumacher this lap.
Push, push.
Yeah, cover.
So box this lap, please.
Copy for box.
Box for Inters, box, box.
I'm doing this so that it doesn't automatically pump the tyres in on too high a burn rate, so I can't judge their wear rate properly. Gonna go one more lap with Oscar.
Looks like Alonso will be pitting this lap.
And just hope that I've got enough grip left like this to maybe jump someone.
Box, box. Copy, box. Box, box for new Inter.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy.
Good stop, 2.4. Nice and clean, nice and quick.
Clear on pit exit.
There's the 5th fastest stop of the day. And we're very close to Ocon.
Maybe just take it easy on the straight.
There we go, front runners are in. Perez has already made the switch, so he will retake the lead,
Yeah.
potentially. Oh no, he's a long way behind them. He's side by side with Norris. Oh, Norris just getting out in front. I think we might lose out to Zhou here, but we should get out in front of Alonso. Oh, come on! No, 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 no! Should still just about make it out in front of Alonso. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. That wasn't good. Costly time. Not up to temperature yet. We lost, what, about 6 seconds on that stop, I think it was? We're only 5 seconds behind Joe. We would have got out just in front of him if we'd not had that issue. Come on, DRS, switch off, switch off, switch off, switch off. Yes, it's switched off, so Alonso won't get the DRS on this second half of the zone here. He's still punching hard. This is the thing, he doesn't qualify well now, but he still has pace in the race. Pushing on as well. He's obviously burning hard here. So, is the track going to get any drier? No, it's just going to get wetter. So that's it for DRS then. No more DRS for the rest of this Grand Prix. We've got 30 laps to go. In ninth place right now. Not ideal, but not horrendous. Schumacher is slowly taking time out of Ocon. Giovinazzi had a poor lap last time. What does he do this time? He's our target, 14th place. Anything on top of that would be just a nice bonus, but that does mean we're going to need to score well with Oscar if we're going to keep the board content. I'm expecting them to be disappointed. Hell, I'm disappointed with where we are, considering what our qualifying positions were. Did not start the race well. Oscar has closed right back up onto Alonso now.
Okay, mate, good job. No more lift and coast required.
Yeah, copy. No saving required.
Copy.
Looks like we're going to have plenty of tyre to play about with in these final laps.
Come on.
So let's use some of it now, just to get this move done quickly. Get Oscar back into peak confidence. Yeah, he's going straight for it, look. Should get this done into turn one. There we go, excellent stuff.
Back off into high speed.
Just cool those tyres down a touch.
Sweet.
Okay, good job, mate. Yeah. Save fuel, save fuel.
Still closing in on Giovinazzi, but not really making any progress on Ocon at the moment. running in clean air. I think we are stretching our legs a little bit to Fernando.
Overtake is available.
Let's give Mick a little bit of extra jump. Trying to get in striking distance here. An overtake would do his confidence the power of good. Might run out of battery in the final turn here. Hopefully we can get a good enough launch now to at least get in position to try and dive into turn 1. Doesn't look like we're going to be close enough.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Copy.
Just calm things down a touch. Joe's upped his pace. He's trying to break away from us a little bit. Let's go after him.
So you're good to push on tyres?
I think it's fair to say 7th is the best we're going to do tonight. There's no way we're going to hunt down Perez, who's quicker than us, when we're going to be minimum 25 seconds behind by the time we get to show. Giovanetti's about to have company. Mixed tyres are still a bit too hot. temps coming down to a more manageable level. We'll let them cool down a little bit more before we turn the tyre pace back up again. Give Oscar a little bit of a fuel burn as well now. He's starting to edge back onto Zhou again. Got the gap up to Alonso to about 3 seconds.
Okay, recharge on.
Okay.
Lost a bit of time there on that lap. Pretty scary pace from Stroll at the moment, and Leclerc in the 20s. Hamilton's going to come last. He's just so slow at the moment. He's definitely got some structural damage to that car. Mick is almost within striking range. We need a bit of battery to facilitate the move. Well, I've got him in harvest mode right now. And then if we can kick on past Doc on straight onto Giovinazzi, maybe we can get them both before the battery runs out. That'd be nice.
Okay, mate, no more lift and coast needed. Back off.
Max overtakes George for the lead. Looks like Max has the advantage in these conditions.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
Get some battery in Oscar's car
Focus
as
on
well.
bringing the pack back up.
How close are we to getting lapped? Pretty close, actually. Max and George are only a little bit behind us. They're just coming around the final turn now. So they're less than the length of the pit straight ahead of us, or the main straight. No, sorry, behind us on track.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
We have 20 laps to go, including this one. Actually, no, 21 laps, including this one for Mick. Oscar's about to have 21 laps to go. 20 laps to go as he crosses the line. Giovinazzi's definitely upped his pace a bit. He's more consistent on his pace than I thought he was going to be this weekend. trying to find a way through. Get alongside here. Yes, there we go. So we'll get the move done here. Excellent stuff, and that's a big boost of confidence, and we are close to striking distance against Giovinazzi. Let's get this move done as well, nice and quickly if we can. Up the inside, make it stick, make it stick. There we go, good stuff.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Keep burning up some of that spare fuel. Joe having a difficult time getting past Hamilton here by the look of it. That's allowed Piastri to get within a second. Right, did until Hamilton started to pull across in front of us.
Used energy.
Let's get after Joe. Molly's still close. Let's not let him get away.
ERS disabled, ERS disabled.
It'll be easier for us to defend than it will be for us to get past. All over the back of him. It's good stuff. Check tyre air in a second. Just want to get this move out of the way.
Just focus on those temps.
Go around the outside. Just got us covered. So we'll go around the outside here instead. There we go, lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff.
Yep, indeed, lovely stuff from Oscar. We are through, back up into 7th place. Which is where we were before we stopped for that set of softs.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Are we closing on Porsche? Maybe a tiny bit.
Slightly bigger lift and coast in all areas, please. No energy.
We've got the gap to show over a second now. Next up is Perez, who is a long way ahead. He's just coming through the final turn now. Oh no, wait, I was looking at the wrong car. That was Russell just going through the final turn. But he's still a long way ahead. Look, you can see the gap there between 6th and 7th. I don't think that will come down anywhere near enough. So I'm going to have to settle for 7th. Now we need to try and focus on getting Mick past Porsche if we can. We are lapping about the same as Valtteri. Alonso's still doing okay in 9th place. He is a bit too far ahead. Checking with tyres against everyone else. We're actually pretty similar. We've pushed Mick quite hard, which is why he's down at 72, but everyone else is very close to where Oscar is. 77 for the most part. A couple of 78s, 79 and 80. I'm happy with where we're sitting right now in terms of tyre wear. And now we've got that free air, we have definitely got the legs on show. Temps are nice and low again. Let's start pushing up a bit more. Get some battery in the car at the same time to balance out the pace difference.
Tyre conditions good, we can push a bit more. No saving required.
Do the same with Oscar, just to get him topped up a bit, so he's got some emergency battery if he needs it. There's no real close fights anywhere up the grid of any real import. Everyone's got a gap. The only real fight is going on here between Giovinazzi and Ocon. Bottas and Magnussen as well. Let's keep an eye on that one.
Recharge on.
Mick in danger of being lapped. They are very close to him now. Giovinazzi and Ocon are about to get lapped. And we're next. Hamilton getting lapped again. How many laps down is he now? 2 laps down, along with Yuki and Albon also. Gasly has been lapped. there is the Red Bull. About to lap Ocon and then Giovinazzi.
Overtake is
Let's go after
available.
Porsche. And if we're going to make a move, I'd like to do it before we get lapped.
Big lift now.
Copy.
Back off now.
Yeah.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Right, next car we'll see behind us will be Max Verstappen. There he is, just coming around the final corner. But we've taken a huge chunk out of Porsche. We've caught him at just the right time because he's getting held up here by Hamilton. Ah, damn it, we lost a bit of time as well. I think we're quite close enough to have a lunge under braking into turn one.
No more DRS.
Copy.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Copy.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
Yeah.
Starting to struggle. Didn't get a huge amount of sleep last night, and Alien Isolation took a bit out of me because that game always ratchets up the stress and the tension. Dropping back again. I don't think we're going to get 13th. I don't think we've quite got enough in us to get past Porsche. So we'll fail the sponsor guarantee, but at least in 14th we are going to keep that streak position alive. And then we just need one more result, which will be Spa, and that will be the end of the streak, and some extra cash. 1.8 mil, I think it is, for this particular streak. I'm surprised we haven't had a safety car. or of any description, be it full or BSC. We might have at least one. I've had a couple of yellow flag incidents, but nothing too substantial. Starting to struggle a little bit on tyres with Mick as well now. Him getting lapped is probably the best thing for him. One less lap he's going to have to do on his tyres. It's not out. It's not completely over yet as well. I mean, let's see. Porsche is doing 1:21.1s. He is 0.6 of a second slower than Max. I don't know if Max is close enough to be able to lap him and cause him to lift heavily. I don't know if he's going to have enough time before the race ends to lap Porsche as well. We're about to pull over to let him through. I'd like to do it before we get onto the main straight because we will lose a huge chunk of time otherwise. Oh, damn it. That kills our acceleration at the start of the straight. Which ruins the first part of the lap. There's Giovinazzi. How close. Still a little way back. And he's about to get lapped as well. Again, this time by Charles Leclerc. So he's going to have to lift again. There he is, top of the picture. We should be safe for him.
Six laps to go.
So very much another race like Silverstone. One car getting decent points, the other car not, but just about surviving. This time we do pull over before the start of the straight. That's good. Giovinazzi has not pulled over yet. He's about to, so he's going to lose a big chunk of time to us again as a result of that. Gap back over 5 seconds again. We're on course for 6 points tonight with Piastri. Let's have a quick look at what that will do in terms of the standings. We will outscore Williams by 2 if things remain as they are. That'll open the gap back up to 20 points. And Mercedes will drop down to 6th place. I just saw the background of a text box pop up on Oscar and I'm like, oh god. It's just this sudden panic. I heard the volume drop and I'm like, please tell me he has just crashed. Porsche is now 6 seconds ahead. He's about to get lapped, actually. There's no way we're going to catch that gap back up, I don't think. We may as well burn what's left of these tyres.
Push, push.
We can burn fuel now as well, now that we're lapped. That's not an issue.
Coast required.
a little bit of a lift for Porsche, not a substantial one, unfortunately. He has got a lift again for Russell. See us now and entering the chicane. 6.5 seconds is a big old gap.
4 laps to go.
Yep.
I'm not even going to risk pushing with Oscar. There's no need. We're comfortably ahead of Zhou, 6 seconds clear. With not many laps to go, we're 28.5 seconds behind Perez, so we're not catching him. Even if he makes a mistake, runs very wide or has a spin, we're still going to be nowhere near him. So we'll just bring the car home. Porsche has lost a couple of seconds to Mick. We are closing him down, and he's going to have to lift again because there's the Ferrari. So we might yet have a chance. Might yet have a chance to get 13th place. It would be really nice if we can. Big lift. The gap's down to 2 seconds. I don't think we've got enough left. This is going to be tight. 1.5 seconds. We're out of battery now.
Recharge on.
We've only got 2 laps left, so we're just going to keep pushing these tyres for all they're worth. We haven't got to worry about fuel because we're a lap down, so we don't have to worry about staying fuel zero. 1.5 kilos for a lap, and we're not going to get anywhere close to going that 1.5 over. So we're just going to see now if we've got enough pace in hand. With the tyres in the condition they're in, probably not. But we're not going to give it up.
Two laps to go.
Copy.
Oscar just needs to bring it home now in the final 2 laps. We're about to go on to Mick's final lap. Max about to cross the line. There we go. We're just not closing in, look. We just haven't got enough left in these tyres. The car's damage is certainly not helping. Hurts the acceleration in the corners. Gee, is it just cornering speed? Can't remember. Let's have a look. It's cornering speed, and yeah, given that this track is almost entirely corners, that's not helpful. We're actually losing a little bit of time again. So it looks like it is going to be 14th, at least once again. We have kept the streak going, but the board are not going to be happy. They're going to be grumpy. So we desperately need a good result now at Spa to cheer the board up right before the mid-season break. and our mid-season review. I don't think they're going to threaten to fire us. I think they have to lose all confidence before that happens, but low confidence is certainly
Max
not where we want to be.
Over the finish line, and today's winner.
Half a lap to go for Oscar.
Nice work.
Now on to the next one. Thank you for that.
And it's a distant but secure 7th place. 6 more points, which will do us the power of good. In the constructors, we will extend our gap behind us a little bit more.
We were there when it mattered.
There we go, P7.
That was awesome.
Not bad. Sainz will come home in 10th to get the final points, and a point, much needed point for Mercedes. And Valtteri just missing out on points, just 4 seconds off Sainz in the end there. Porsche also not too far away from getting points. He's the only driver yet to score points this season.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
There wasn't too much expectation on them today, but they fought hard and found themselves in the points.
And you love to see this. The whole team celebrating this magnificent result. Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
That sees them double their win tally for this season. They'll be delighted with that.
And as far as those three are concerned, well, they'll be leaving Budapest hungry for more.
It's the same terrible joke every season.
And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And that then marks the end of our time here in Hungary.
Next time, the teams will be adding another year to the legend of Spa-Francorchamps. Anything can happen at the Belgian Grand Prix.
Okay, then confirmation of the final results. Strong race for Max there, gaining 6 places to take the win. Russell holds on to 2nd and gets the fastest lap, so a bonus point for him there. Leclerc down 2 places from pole to finish 3rd place and the final step on the podium. Stroll up into 4th place. That's big points for Aston at a time when they desperately need them. Norris down a place. He was looking like a real contender for a podium at 1 point. Perez also dropping a few places down into 6th. Oscar gets 7th. Zhou up 2 places to get 8th and 4 more points for Williams. 9th in the end for Fernando. Big recovery again, gaining 10 places and 2 more points for Aston Martin, and Carlos Sainz gets the final points for Mercedes. If we take a look at the bottom half, there you can see Bottas up 7 places, Schumacher down 6, given the damage to his car and the confidence hit thanks to that collision with Lewis. It's not surprising that he dropped right out of contention, but at least we managed to recover 14th. Giovinazzi up a place, Ocon up 4. Bad race for Gasly, terrible race for Yuki, and disaster for Hamilton, who was just completely off the pace following that collision. 3 laps down in the end. Into the driver's standings, well, 25 points for Max means that he stretches the gap. It's now 13 points ahead of his teammate Charles Leclerc. Russell does try and close the gap. He's 19 behind Charles Leclerc now. 10 more points for Norris. moves him a little bit further away from Perez. No points for Yuki, which means that Oscar has closed him up. He's now 17 points away from finishing in 6th, and pulled away a little bit from Zhou in the process. 28 points clear now. That's very nice indeed. No points for Hamilton, and big points for Stroll means there's just 6 points now between those two. Hamilton in danger of dropping down into 10th. Sainz does drop down a place with just that 1 point. He's 4 behind Stroll now. Schumacher also dropping down a place. No points for him. Stays ahead of Albon. No points for him either. 2 more points for Alonso means that he closes to within 3 of Albon and 4 of Schumacher. No points for either of the Alpines or Bottas, Magnussen, Giovinazzi or Porsche, who is the only driver still to score. Let's take a look at the Constructors' Championship. There you see 40 points for Red Bull. Strong points for them this weekend. 27 points for Ferrari. Puts them onto 300 points. They're 119 behind Red Bull, and it's already starting to look like it's going to be a Red Bull Constructors' Championship again this season. Given their lineup, they have got the strongest lineup on the grid, and arguably the best car as well. So it's not surprising. It's maybe perhaps a little surprising that the gap isn't bigger than that. McLaren, who showed some real promise at the start of the season, have faded a little bit, but they're still looking pretty good. 227 points. Some work to do if they want to try and close down the gap to Ferrari. They are 73 points behind. We are on 103 points. We have broken triple digits before the mid-season break. That is phenomenal for us. And with Williams gaining 4 points, that means that we now have a 29-point lead over Williams. That's excellent stuff. And a point for Mercedes means they are 31 behind us. Big gain in points for Aston Martin tonight as well. 14 points gets the gap down to just 16 to Mercedes. We saw those two scrapping in the championship last season. Then Aston went on to eclipse Ferrari. This time round, it's a very different story. They are close again, but in a very different part of the table. Again, no points for Alpine or Alfa Romeo or Haas, so the bottom 3 remain unchanged. Let's have a look at pit stops. I think we did quite well here today. Leclerc has the fastest stop with a 2.2. Oscar is second. Mick is 5th. And Max is all the way down in 9th. So once again, we have stretched our lead over Red Bull. This is excellent stuff. McLaren get 1 car into the top 10. Norris in 3rd. Ferrari have 2 in there in 4th and 7th. Just the 1 Mercedes and the 1 Aston rounding out the top 10. So let's check the standings. We are top. We outscore Red Bull by a point. It's not much, but it all counts. We are now looking a little bit more comfortable. 34 points clear of Red Bull. Mercedes dropped behind McLaren. So Mercedes is dropping points to everybody in all competitions here. McLaren now hit 100 points. And I've got a little bit more work to do to catch up to Alpine. Yeah, it's definitely a 2-horse race, this competition between us and Red Bull again. Can we make it 2 championships from 3? That would be nice. There are the stops, a 2.4, a 7.5, well, it was more than that, and then another 2.4 for Mick. The 2.3 for Oscar, and then followed by a 2.5 and then a 6.5, where we lost 4 seconds thanks to a car jack delay, and it was a stuck wheel nut, but that was also the stop where we changed Mick's wing. So that stop actually was about 8.4 seconds, 8.5 seconds. So we didn't feel the deficit of that because we still got the tyre situation sorted before the wing change was finished. Let's take a look at the driver cards. Mick's probably won't be all that great. Let's have a look. 5 successful overtakes, 3 failed. 7 successful defences, 9 failed. Not a lot of activity on there. Better than I thought it would be in terms of the numbers. I thought he might have failed more defences than that. Let's take a look at Oscar. 8 successful overtakes, only 3 failed, and 6 successful defences, only 2 failed. So again, solid work from Oscar. And we'll see how we do at the next Grand Prix at Spa. Let's check our sponsors. So we pay out 42,000 because we did not get the fastest lap in the end. We missed it just by about 1/10 of a second. Very, very close. And we got everything else. So we got the 2 cars into Q2. We got 2 in the top 13 in qualifying. And then for the targets, we got 1 car in the top 8, I think it was. And both cars into... 1 car into Q3. We actually got both through, but I only went with 1 because I didn't think we'd get both through. So despite losing a little bit of cash, we still come out with 3.2 mil, and that might give us the money we need to be able to afford to upgrade one of our facilities. Chassis research is done, so we won't have the money because we're immediately going to start spending some. Side pods are done, which means we can now start manufacturing spare wings, which is important because we just broke our only spare front wing. So we desperately need to get a couple more. I'm going to do 2 rushed just in case because it is sprint weekend at Spa. So I want to make sure that we have a couple of spares just in case. How much money have we got left in the cost cap? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Car inspection. We need to replace the suspension. There we go. And need to change the chassis. Well, we've just got a spare chassis, so there we go. So that means we only have the 1 spare chassis again. What else are we short on? So we've got the front wings coming. We need more suspensions. I think we might be manufacturing them. Yes, we've got another suspension coming in 2 days, another underfloor in 3, and 2 front wings coming in the next 4 days. Let's check in the inbox. So we know about that. We've already done the car inspection. F2 talent Josef Hubner has a lot of potential, apparently. Well, we already know which F2 driver we're going for, so we're not going to start looking at another one. Let's take a look at the podium for the F2 race. Ollie Behrman takes the win. Novalak is second. Donna is on the podium yet again. She is really in with a chance of winning the championship here. Let's have a look. How did she do in the sprint? She came second in the sprint, outscoring Novalak as well. So, yeah, she might be in with a chance of actually winning the championship. Let's have a look. She does lead the championship at the moment by 39 points. And I think there's only 1 race left before the end of the season after this for them. The season finale, I think, will be Abu Dhabi. But I think there might only be 1 more race in the F2 calendar between now and then. So it's looking good for Donna for winning the F2 championship. Results of the regulation changes. So we voted against the changes. The majority have voted against. It was a 6-4 against. So the allocation of wind tunnel hours and CFD hours will stay the same. That's good because we are currently on target for 4th and would lose, a little bit. It's not what we want, given we're going to need to really jump on development next season. With those massive changes that are coming up, it's a real chance to shake up the grid and potentially propel us into a pretty strong position for next season. Stronger than we are right now. We could be battling for wins on a decent basis next season, potentially. So that's it for tonight. There you can see tomorrow's race is Spa. It's a sprint weekend, and it's going to be a very wet race by the look of it. Dry sprint, very soggy on the Sunday. That's going to be an interesting one. We'll get all the development and stuff done tomorrow before we go into the race. So we'll get that research slot filled and make sure we've got another chassis in production or another suspension in production, perhaps as well. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager at the usual time very soon.